In today's Farm Report, it's a new year, 2016, and many of us make resolutions. If you're like me, you make a resolution to exercise more. But, as Gary Crawford with the U.S. Department of Agriculture points out, you don't want to sabotage that resolution before it even gets off the ground.
Well, it may be a little late for this, but hey, the year is still young. I may not be, but the year is still young, so here we go. And at this time of year, so many of us make resolutions about starting up or resuming exercise programs. Sales of exercise equipment go up quite a bit this time of year. People seem at least temporarily motivated to get moving, often plunging headlong into extreme programs that end up backfiring. But before we get that far, some advice from Rutgers University Extension nutrition and health expert Karen Inslee. She says, if you haven't exercised in years or ever, don't check out the shoes and the clothes and the machines and all before you check out yourself.
You need to make sure before you start any program that you have had a good medical physical so you know the state of your own health. And then if you're doing it on your own, there's a lot of self-help information out there. Whether you go to a USDA site or some of the other governmental sites, there are, helpful aids to do that.
Next, once you are cleared by the doctor to start working out or walking or running or whatever, Karen Inslee says the worst thing you can do is overdo right off the bat.
Don't want to start off doing too many repetitions in any one exercise because you overwork the body, it's going to be sore. And you don't want to put yourself in a place where you get oversore and then have some problems.
What usually happens is we get so sore or we get hurt or something, and then we have to stop for a few days, and all of a sudden we look around and we've stopped for weeks or months or longer. Inslee says in the case of most people, the no pain, no gain thing, that's a myth. Better to go slow, build up, and not to suffer so much. For weight loss, for instance, walking, still the best way to start.
Walking is wonderful. Get yourself a pedometer and start walking. And the same thing with walking. Public health says 10,000 steps a day, which is about 5.5 miles. You're not going to start with that. You're going to start with going around the block 2-3 times or walking a quarter mile out and back, which would be a total of like a half mile. And then you add a little bit more to it. So you work yourself up.
Same with exercise machines. If you hit them too hard, too fast, it raises the chances that those machines are going to be gathering dust over in the corner, and you'll be gathering dust on the couch. But Karen Inslee says you don't need to invest a lot of money in machines to start with. Now, yes, it is the dead of winter, very cold in some areas, but some places have mall walking programs, that sort of thing. But Karen says whatever you do, wherever you do it, start slow, build up, enjoy, and you'll up the chances of staying on that exercise program and, of course, up the chances of a better, healthier life. In Washington, Gary Crawford for the U.S. Department of Agriculture.